Hello, everyone. It is I, Leah the Squirrel, and I'm here with Nikki V and Voice of Reason for more Haymakers podcast silliness.
2 more weeks.
That is a good way to describe it. It is quite silly.
How many games last week ended up with the game being won by a field goal?
A couple.
Couple.
Yeah.
A few.
The Bills one did. The Jets one did. I think the Seahawks one
Patriots
did.
did.
Patriots did. Panthers got stopped right before they could go for the field goal.
Funny enough, all AFC East teams won via field goal.
Oh yeah, Dolphins too. Yeah.
Yep. But anyway, how we did last week? Sorry, Leah, you went 5-11.
Dread.
I would like to point out that a lot of the ones that I got wrong were because of field goal shenanigans.
I would also like to point out that you lost a lot. Ha.
I didn't believe the Bears could beat the Cardinals, which is fair. Huh?
You're a hater.
No, I want us to have good draft position.
We are gonna have good draft position. It's called the
Better
number one
draft
overall
position.
pick.
I don't want us to drunkenly stumble into the playoffs again.
We aren't. We're eliminated.
No, we're not.
No, they're technically. You guys, the Bears are still technically not eliminated.
That feels illegal.
So, I will bring this up now. So if the if the Bears win this week, the Giants beat the Rams, and the Steelers win, and
you're asking a lot.
We're good for this week. Next week, one second, me bring up the math.
That's it. That's how you know we got a good chance.
The math.
Like, this is all going to be a moot point because we're gonna lose to who do we play week 6 or 18? The Packers.
Yeah, we got to beat the Packers. The Cardinals have to beat the Seahawks, and the 49ers have to beat the Rams. If all that happens, we stumble into the playoffs.
Yeah, all we got to do is hope that the Cardinals and the Giants win. Easy as pie.
Honestly, I could see something stupid like that happening to us. Because that's what we do. We stumble ass backwards into the playoffs because of the 7 seed.
Well, in any case, let's move on to our winners and losers. I think I'll start off with my winner. About frickin' time. Congratulations, the Lions. First time since 1993 clinching the division, and first time winning the NFC North.
Crazy.
I know.
And now
Absolutely crazy.
Now they have to wait another 30 years.
Well, hang on. Now since they clinched, now they have to beat their 91 route of actually winning a playoff game. So
yeah,
hold on tight to that. Lions, you earned it, but now you got to keep it.
Right.
Losers first.
They're on the right track.
Right. My loser for the week.
Losers in first.
Sorry.
Here's what's going to happen. Losers in first weeks don't get to make the playoffs for another 30 years.
Hater.
I like pain. I'm a Chicago fan.
Like you and I are that meme right now where you're on the left side of the bus staring at the rock face and you're all depressed, and I'm on the right side and I'm looking out at the nice view and I'm happy.
Oh no, I'm smiling like a fucking idiot right now.
Okay then. It's like you're happy you're looking at rocks. All right.
Ooh, there's a fossil. There's some good strata.
Okay. Anyway, my loser for the week, just for the stats, it's the Chargers.
Oh man, y'all thought the Chargers were bad when they had freaking Justin Herbert in. Although I just cannot wait for one brain dead take from this offseason to be like, hey, maybe the Chargers should look at a new quarterback.
It's
They
like,
need a breath of fresh air over there.
but no, the stat line regarding the game against the Bills, they had, I think, most time of possession, most passing yards, more rushing yards, and yet they still lost. All they needed
Yeah.
was the points. They couldn't pull that off.
Yeah. What was that one year where they had the best offense and the best defense in the league, and they still missed the playoffs?
Oh, was that?
I want to say it was 7.
Might have been.
Classic Chargers.
Nikki, your winners and losers.
My winner is Joe Flacco.
Ooh.
Like Joe, when did you get good again? Like, I saw you on the Jets. You were ass.
I mean, there was
And,
that one
like-
game against the Cleveland Browns.
Ah, well, that makes what's going to happen this week very interesting.
Mhm.
But, like, he was not good with the Jets, and everybody thought he was kind of cooked. And he gets signed by the Browns, and suddenly he and Amari Cooper are like Pacific Rim mind synced.
Yeah.
Like, shit's crazy. And I guess also, by extension, my co-winner would be Amari Cooper for 11 balls, 260 something yards, and I think 3 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it feels like the Browns were literally just a quarterback away. Didn't have to be the best quarterback or even an elite quarterback, as the kids would say. But
right.
yeah,
Well, also helps that their
Browns are going to be tough in the playoffs.
Yeah. It also helps that their offensive line is still intact.
Yeah, and that Myles Garrett probably should win the MVP, but we all know that that's never going to happen.
Probably not. And your loser for the week.
It's the Detroit Pistons.
No.
They have
yeah,
officially broken a record.
Give it up for day 27.
Yeah, so for those out of the loop, the Detroit Pistons started this season 2-1. They are now 2-28. Like,
As
fucking
a point, the other two teams that were at 26 losses in a row were the Cleveland Cavaliers after LeBron James walked in free agency,
mm-hmm.
and a team that was actively tanking.
The Sixers?
Yeah, during the process.
Yeah, and also tied to bring this kind of back to football, the expansion Buccaneers.
Yes. Yep. So
Yep, they lost their first 14 games of their, all 14 games of their first season, and then the next 12 of their second season.
Yep.
And then, crazily enough, I think they won 2 in a row.
I'm just quick looking up. Okay, but they currently do not have the longest losing streak.
Yes, I think that there's a hockey team that had 30.
No, there is an NFL team that had 29, and it was the Chicago Cardinals from 1942 to 1945.
Fun. Since we're on fun losing facts about sports, the Leafs have never won a game beyond the second round of a playoff. Because the one time they won the Stanley Cup, it only had 2 rounds!
That's funny. That is quite funny. But I am looking this up. Apparently the 1980 to 1981 Winnipeg Jets own the longest winless streak. So I think this includes ties.
Okay.
Because back then the NHL had ties.
Yes.
The longest winless streak is 30 games by the 1980 to 1981 Winnipeg Jets.
The Jets have always kind of been meh.
Oh.
Yeah, if your team is named the Jets, worry.
Yes.
To this day, the Jets have
Whether
never
it's
gone...
this version of...
I was going to say, to this day, the New York Jets have never gone 0-16.
Give it time.
They should have went
I
0-16
think
in 2020.
I think the
Honestly,
most
yeah.
cursed team at this point, though, is the Leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're not good.
All right. What about your winners and losers, Leah?
I'm going along with you with the broken little wagon that is the Browns for my winner.
Mm-hmm.
I am waiting for them to just be like, nope, done. Too many injuries.
Yeah, it's
That
crazy
first
that
week's gonna be rough.
we are in a universe where it is very possible that we could get Browns Lions Super Bowl. And I'm not ready to see what that looks like.
I don't want to see what that looks like.
Be the end of the world by that point.
Mm-hmm.
As for my loser, hey Chiefs, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They
Are the Chiefs bad?
I think the Chiefs are bad.
they played like ass. I don't know.
They played a Raiders team that did not score an offensive touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that sound familiar? All right, you guys.
Hey,
I feel transgressed and violated right now. And I am now seeking financial compensation. It's a line from Sly Cooper.
but seriously, like, how do you go from being like one of the most dominant teams this season to doing that?
Yeah, they had like 62 yards total offense in the first quarter, or at least on passing yards, and then the next 3 quarters 0.
Crazy.
As a runner up for my loser of the week, because I nearly went with just one person, Brock Purdy.
Oh, man, that was just a rough game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the year where all of the backup quarterbacks like look very good and then come crashing back down to earth, this one might hurt the hardest.
Possibly.
I am genuinely worried for the 49ers. I could see them being bounced.
I am willing to write this one off as a 1-game aberration because the Ravens defense is goot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will admit that.
But it is a little bit like,
because now
Brock's...
everyone's seen that, and it's like, oh, that's all we have to do?
Just have an elite defense? Cool.
All right.
Where do we find that?
All right. What?
Do they have that
It's behind
at
the
Whole
couch
Foods?
cushions.
Probably. All right.
Behind the couch cushions, next to the spare change.
Ah, yes. That's where my 85 Bears went. Oh.
Oh, there's the 68 Jets. Right next to this contract with the devil. Wait. Anyway.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, week 17. We are almost done, and there are no more Monday night games. Primarily because well, I'll tell you what the primary reason, because the Monday is New Year's Day, and that's where all the college and that's also where all the college games are being played. All the important.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, so we don't want a Monday night game to interfere with what's it, the forget the what's it, the not the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. Those are the two I was thinking of.
Yeah. Which one would be playing at that time? In Texas, Washington, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Rose Bowl is going to be the game that'll be in that time slot. But in any case, one more Thursday night game. So let's get it off. It's a classic in the traditional sense, not in the current sense. Jets Browns.
Two classic teams.
Well, they were the
They
first.
are definitely.
They were the first first two teams to play on Monday night.
Definitely two of the football teams of all time.
I think they kind of have a storied rivalry, and they're gonna have one kind of this week because it's gonna be the Jets against Joe Flacco.
The Joe Flacco revenge game.
Yeah, so
The stakes could not be lower.
Jets should have lost to Washington after they somehow came back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, if Jacoby Brissett hadn't like pulled off an amazing comeback for the commies, like that would have been an even more baffling win. Like, just where the hell did that come from, Trevor?
It was more likely that it was like the worst passing offense going up against the worst passing defense, and worst passing offense won.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, yeah, this honestly is the Browns' game to lose. They are the better team. Jets, I think are still starting Trevor, because I'm not sure if Zach Wilson is going to be out of concussion protocol. But again,
I would not try to rush him back at this point. They're out of the playoffs and coming on a short week. I would just put in Simeon. Put in the monkey man.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. In any case, the Browns win. They pretty much secure a playoff spot. If not, if they haven't already.
I think they already have.
Give me a second. I have. I know. No, I had that up.
No,
I got it.
I think Dolphins clinched.
Oh, they have not. They have not yet.
No, not yet, because the AFC North is very competitive right now. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if the Browns win, they clinch, they're in. Jets already eliminated. This is their the Browns going to win this one.
Browns.
Although the coin thinks the Jets are going to win this one. On a short rest.
Well, okay. Thursday night games can be kind of weird like that, so you never know.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so we're all in on the Browns next. It's gonna be an interesting one. Lions taking on the Cowboys this is the only Saturday game.
Yeah, so Monday Night Football is going to temporarily be a special presentation of Saturday Night Football.
Woo, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the Lions.
Okay.
But like, okay, so the Lions. Well, what all did they do last week? This is normally the part where you say that.
Okay, Lions, they beat the Vikings. It was a close one, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And the Cowboys almost beat the Dolphins on the road.
Yeah, they almost beat the Dolphins without Tyreek Hill. I think they were without Tyreek Hill, right?
I think they had Tyreek Hill. I think Waddle left the game early.
Yeah. So Hill was hampered if he did play, and Waddle missed a good chunk of the game, and they still lost to the Dolphins. This kind of tells you like what we all kind of know about the Cowboys, in that they whoop on the Commanders and Giants of the league, and when they have to play a real team like the Lions, like things go downhill fast.
Right. That being said, I think I'm going to pick the Cowboys, since they do have the home field advantage, and they have been playing better at home than on the road. Like literally their 4 wins, like their 4 losses have been on the road.
I see.
Is everyone else picking the Lions?
I'm picking the Lions.
Yeah.
All right.
Kitty go meow.
Alrighty, but before we continue on, just announced like 5 minutes ago, we had the finalists for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, cool.
All right, so here are the finalists in order according to JPA Football: Reggie Wayne, Antonio Gates. I thought that he was a shoo-in. Julius Peppers, Torrey Holt,
Yeah.
Andre Johnson,
Nice.
Jared Allen, Darren Woodson, Patrick Willis, Fred Taylor, Dwight Freeney, Willie Anderson, Rodney Harrison, Jari Evans, Eric Allen, and Devin Hester. Those are your finalists so far.
Oh, he's still in the running.
He's still in the running. So, yeah, only 5 of these guys are going to get in. So, I'm thinking it's probably going to be... Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. I think it's probably going to be like Gates, Peppers, Hester, Wayne, and... I'm going to say Dwight Freeney.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look it over, but man, I like the best return man of all time. You got to get him in there. And I get the feeling that they're going to wait like a couple years for like a slow year or something to put him in, but fuck that. Put him in. Put him in right now, you jerks.
All right. Okay, moving on. Next is for this first Sunday game, AFC South matchup. Titans taking on the Texans.
I have Texans news.
CJ Stroud should be back, right?
He's on limited participation in practice.
Okay, so he should be ready.
Other news.
Oh.
The Texans have signed Kareem Jackson.
Oh
yeah, didn't he get released from the Broncos for a little bit?
From the Broncos, yeah.
Yeah, he was put on waivers by the Broncos, and the Texans went, yike!
He used to play for the Texans, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Yes, if I recall. But yeah, Titans played a close game against the Seahawks at home. Texans played Case Keenum and Davis Mills against the Browns. That was ugly.
Right.
So
remember what I said about Case Keenum last week? Don't.
Got it. Completely.
And also, yes, he played 9 seasons for the Texans before signing with the Broncos, and now he's back with the Texans.
Alrighty. So, this could be a weird one. So, with CJ Stroud back, hopefully back, maybe probably a game time decision. Can the Texans beat the Titans?
I sure hope they can.
Picking the Titans because I don't trust the Texans.
It's weird because I wanted to pick the Texans, but I would pick them if they were healthier. So prove me. So basically, Texans or Strouds, whatever you want to be called, prove me wrong this week. But otherwise,
I guess I'm alone on this one.
Well, the coin's picking the Texans.
Yeah, I don't trust that coin.
All right.
But no, I feel like the Titans, like, number one, if they still have to start Ryan Tannehill again, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
And also, Derrick Henry might be a better passer now than he is a runner. Because Derrick Henry as a runner is sort of might be cooked.
Possibly.
Like, this is why you don't build your team around 29-year-old running backs.
Exactly.
This is why you don't build your entire team around one person.
Like, you can build your entire team around one person if it's Patrick Mahomes. Not a running back. This is not 2007. And he is not LaDainian Tomlinson.
No, he is not. In any case, let's move on to the next matchup. Falcons-Bears. So the Falcons, they showed up.
They whooped the crap out of the Colts.
Yeah,
yep.
Who would have thunk? And the Bears,
for reasons.
Yeah, and the Bears, they won and are somehow still in the playoff running.
Yep.
Yeah, it won't last. We're gonna get knocked out of the playoffs even if we win. Like, because there's just too many extenuating circumstances that's gonna keep us from making the playoffs, and that's fine. That's fine. We've made a nice jump so far.
We're making the playoffs because we're losing against the Falcons this week.
Okay, but not like that. No.
Yes. That's gonna happen because Falcon bullshit.
They did all the Falcon bullshit last week. They got it all out of their system.
Falcon bullshit does not end until the season does for them.
Falcon bullshit is like like the second you start thinking that they have any sort of competency, they're going to puke them. They're going to puke themselves in front of their crush.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah. This week that
it's
crush is
bad.
Soldier Field.
Uh-huh.
Falcons are gonna win. I don't know what I have to say to you guys.
Not that. Don't say that.
Well, this is what you got. You 5-11 last week.
Josh.
Bears gonna win this. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever the over under is, take it.
Take it.
Yeah.
Which
whatever.
one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna quick check.
I feel like the Bears actually hit the over more often than you would think.
38.
What's the? I was gonna say what's the? What's the spread? I meant to say. But allow me to. Oh my gosh! Come
Plus
on.
minus
Okay.
3.
Spread on this game
3.
is
-3 for the Bears.
yeah.
Double it.
Bears -3. Double it.
No.
And also, the Bears have actually hit the over more than they've hit the under. Not by much, but
All right.
Enough.
All right.
mhm.
Next, battle for the number 1 seed, basically. Dolphins Ravens.
This one's going to be fun, especially if the Dolphins get all their receivers back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Dolphins beat the Cowboys at home.
Favorite.
Ravens prove
Shouldn't
themselves to
be.
be the number 1 team.
Yeah, the Ravens walloped on the 49ers.
4 interceptions against on freaking on Brock Purdy. That was not fun
Yeah.
to look at.
Yeah, and they got a fifth one on Sam Darnold when they finally pulled him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they claimed that he had a stinger injury, but no, they honestly pulled him because he was cooked.
Yeah.
I could see him having a very light injury that, like, okay, we'll pull you off for a play or two.
Yeah, it's just like,
But-
my shoulder's a little bit stingy. And he's just like, get him out of there. Get him out of there before he exposes himself as a total fraud.
Oh no, I'm slightly dehydrated. Pull him! Not okay, during the defense. Here, drink a bunch of water.
All right.
Drink a bunch of water. Oh, do you have to use the bathroom now? Oh yeah, you can go ahead and get out of here.
That being said, I think I'm taking the Ravens.
Hey. I just realized something.
Mhm.
Using the bathroom when we're talking about the Ravens.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
The poop game. I remember.
Oh, man,
I'm picking
he's taking the Browns
the
to the Super Bowl.
I'm picking the Dolphins because it's going to be a really close game and they're both really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who to pick.
Yeah. I will take the Dolphins for one very silly reason. Lamar Jackson is now the MVP favorite, and therefore he is now legally obligated to have a terrible game.
Against Tua, who is, like, in the running as well.
I think Tua is farther down than you would
Nah,
think
actually-
he would be.
Yeah,
No,
a little
I'm
bit.
looking it up right now.
Yeah, a little bit, but not by much.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like Tua is one of the few quarterbacks that I could look at and be like, he hasn't completely cacked himself yet this year.
No.
He's only, like, he's the third favorite on DraftKings.
Between
Oh.
Lamar and
Christian.
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. But okay, so it looks like I'm the lone one taking the Ravens.
Yeah.
Eh.
looks like it.
All right. Next, NFC South matchup: Saints taking on the Bucks.
Guys, the Bucks might be good. I don't know how to tell y'all this.
I think they've just gotten really lucky. I still think they're going to win this week, but I think they've gotten lucky, so they look better than they actually are.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, like despite the garbage time TDs from the Saints, Bucks still
Yes.
dominated against the Jaguars. So,
Yeah. It kind of says a little bit about the Jaguars, but like the Bucks are
I
the
think that
Bucks are
says
coming on strong.
I think it's more like that game says more about the Jags than it does the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but still, like Baker Mayfield's having a comeback year, despite himself.
Mm-hmm. Despite him still being Baker Mayfield.
Right. In any case, yeah, I'm with Leah. I'm taking the Bucks in this one.
I do want to see
much.
I do want to see if he has any shot at comeback player of the year.
Might be. I'm trying. Well, it's either him.
Yeah, he's third on the list.
Yeah, and so is DeMar Hamlin, even though he hasn't taken a single snap. Well, only taken a couple snaps. Excuse me.
Yeah. DeMar's still number 1. Flacco is now up to number 2 on that list.
Yeah, so it's a shot. Honestly, it should be either going to Flacco or Baker.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of DeMar Hamlin, next matchup. By the way, who'd you take? Bucks or Saints?
I'm gonna take the Bucks.
All right. Okay.
Like I think the Bucks can actually make the playoffs with a winning record, which I think would be the first time that's happened with the NFC South in a good little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay. So 3 of us taking the Bucks. The coin's taking the Saints. Speaking of DeMar Hamlin, Patriots.
What are the odds of that?
I know it's weird. Patriots Bills.
Patriots are a team.
Yes, they somehow beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
I think that's more the Broncos are losing than them winning.
Yep, and as I mentioned earlier, the Bills lucked themselves to a win against the Chargers, who just gave away that game.
Mm-hmm. For the record, this game is tied for being the highest spread of the week at 13. Just to clarify, for the Bills.
Weirdly enough, I'd say the Patriots might actually be able to cover that spread.
Yeah, like right now, I don't think the Bills should be that heavily favored over anybody. I probably wouldn't even favor the Bills that high over Michigan right now. This Bills team is not all the way there yet.
No.
And the Patriots have this weird knack of coming on at weird times when they aren't being led by Mac Jones, who is completely cooked.
Yep. There we go. So I mean, they're still starting Zappy, who somehow did actually okay against the Broncos.
Yeah. Which probably is what led to them releasing Kareem Jackson. I don't know if that actually happened before or after that.
There were issues beforehand.
Yeah.
But I really hope this is going to be, honestly, I can't really say this, but this is going to be a close game, but I'm still taking the Bills to win.
Yeah, if the Patriots win this game, then, there's going to be some people on the hot seat. Although I will say, ever since they fired Ken Dorsey, I feel like the Bills' offense has kind of come together a little bit.
Well, no, that's fair. I mean, they're using the run more. I just wish they utilized James Cook more, not Latavius Murray.
Yeah, I mean, Cook did cook in the, what was it? Was it last week or the week before that?
Week before.
Ah, dang it.
Actually, no. Who they play? Oh, no. Yes, it was against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
against the Chargers.
Yeah,
against the Chargers, he went 20 carries, 70 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a mid-bell cow thing.
Right. Anyway, so I think we're all in on the Bills. Are we all in on the Bills, or someone going to take the Patriots?
Yeah.
Okay, all in the Bills. All right.
No, all Bills.
Okay. Next, Battle of the Birds. Cardinals taking on the Eagles. So
It should tell you something that It should tell you something that when I said the biggest spreads of the week, you would think that the Eagles would be one of those teams
No.
going against the 3-win Cardinals, but no. No, they're only 10.5-point favorites.
11
And honestly, I think the Cardinals can cover that.
11 on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last week, Cardinals, they lost against the Bears. That was kind of expected. Eagles, they almost lost to the Giants.
If the Eagles lose against these Cardinals, the Eagles are frauds.
I mean, to be fair, they lost to the Jets. So they already had the fraud label already on them.
They got whumped by the Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Cowboys are having a good season.
Well,
yeah, but we've just established that the Cowboys are frauds too.
Yes. Most of the teams are frauds because of just, losing to terrible teams.
Yeah. It's a fraudulent season.
The fact that there still are so many teams still in the playoff picture is reason for that.
Yeah, just the NFC alone for that. But if the Eagles lose to the freaking Cardinals, I mean, it's not panic mode since they already clinched. But it's not. It does not look good.
No.
Actually, this game does matter to the Eagles because of first round bye.
Yeah, they're still in the running for the 1 seed.
Yeah,
yes, they are.
It's a freeway tie for the 1 seed. Based on solely wins.
Right. So 49ers, Eagles, and the Cowboys.
And I think the Lions.
Lions,
too.
Eagles,
Lions,
and
Lions.
49ers.
Right. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So if the Eagles have to win this, if not, then there's a problem. I believe we're all in on Eagles.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of panicking, oh god, this should be an easy matchup. I'm not, but then again, there's other forces at bay here. Panthers Jaguars. So
the fact that I'm not just immediately taking the Jaguars scares me.
So the Panthers, Bryce Young looked good against no defense from Joe Barry.
Yeah, I was about to say, against the Packers defense, I'm pretty sure I could throw for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm pretty sure Zach Wilson could do that with a concussion. Jaguars, what the fuck is happening?
Jags are bad, but they're not lose to the Panthers bad.
The Jaguars are in this state where this is the kind of thing that got Doug Peterson fired in Philly, because he sometimes gets a little too cute. He does things that, dude, you have a great quarterback and an alright receiving core. You use your best players on must convert downs. Don't just do weird trick plays or whatever.
Also, the Jags do have to win this.
Yeah, because
the AFC South is 3 teams that are 8-7, and then the Titans.
Right.
And the Titans also exist.
So, you know how we all always joked about the Dolphins never win in December. Well, they've won a couple games in December. Guess who isn't?
Hey, Jags.
They're on a 4-game.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think it might have just moved north a little bit? The curse?
It might have.
And here's the crazy thing. They were 8-3.
Mm-hmm.
They win 2 of those games. They have clinched that division.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, they should have won 2 of those games. They should have won last week.
Absolutely. Like, and also, they're probably going to be without Trevor Lawrence for this game.
Yep.
Yep, they're
They're
probably
starting C.J. Beathard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Panthers.
Oh.
I think they somehow pull this one off. Like they got momentum from like nearly beating the Packers, and this Jaguars team is vulnerable.
Oh boy.
I think that happens.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why is it on me? Thank you. Well, the coin agrees with you.
Oh shit. Is it too late to change?
If you want.
Nah.
Okay. Well, I'm Leah and I taking the Jags. If they can't win, put this on the list of worst collapses.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's going to be even crazier because like the collapse started while the team was like the first several games of this collapse happened while the team was mostly healthy. So it's all just been like the players on the field just suddenly like turning back into pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Alrighty, and let's keep moving on. Geez, I'm not looking forward to this game. Raiders Colts.
This is certainly a game.
Which is weird. It's funny because like the Raiders are the one team that's looking hot right now.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce is making a very good case to like get to keep his job for another year.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get that interim tag taken off.
Yeah, meanwhile the Colts, I'm not saying the Minshew experiment is over, but they need some healthier players.
Yeah.
I am ever so slightly worried for the Colts because they could miss out on the playoffs.
Yeah, no,
I mean, nobody was really expecting them to make the playoffs anyway. They were expecting to be starting Anthony Richardson this season, and when he went down, everybody thought the year was over. The fact that they are still in the playoffs, it's kind of like the Texans. Like, they are way farther ahead on their rebuild than anyone was expecting. So, like, if they miss the playoffs, I don't think anybody's going to lose too much sleep over it, at least in Indy.
No, probably not.
It's so strange because there's like so many teams that can still make the playoffs because of stupid interactions with the rules and with like ties and such.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That there's like the fact that all the AFC North are still in the playoff race is insane.
I know.
Yeah. Especially the Steelers.
All right.
The fact that the Steelers aren't at the bottom is even more confusing.
But in any case, jeez, this feels weird. But I think I'm gonna take the Raiders. I think I'm gonna take the new hotness.
The Raiders. The Raiders feel. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm agreeing with what you were about to say. Probably.
Yeah, like the Raiders feel like they've rebounded really well from after getting rid of Josh McDaniels. And by the way, like the fact that the Raiders have suddenly come together as a team kind of cements Josh McDaniels as like a top 5 worst coach of all time.
Yeah.
The fact that that's happened twice is a testament.
Yeah, I can name worse quarterbacks without getting to my second hand. Like, it's Urban Meyer, Rich Kotite, Bobby Petrino.
Okay.
And I'm starting to run out.
Oh, I give Adam Gase.
I was about to say that one Jets coach.
He did get 2 chances at a head coaching gig, didn't he?
Yep.
Yes.
Once with the Dolphins.
Or was one of those as an offensive coordinator?
No, once was with the Dolphins and the other was with the Jets. Because remember that was when he screwed over Ryan Tannehill in 2018.
Right. I don't know. I would put Josh and Hugh or not Josh and Hugh. Hugh Jackson is on that list though. But Josh and Adam Gase would be on about the same level.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So here's the question: would you go even further for old school, like Bill Peterson, or
See, I don't know enough about these older coaches. Like I
okay.
barely know about Rich Kotite.
Well,
Just because I hang out with so many Jets fans.
Well, I'm the only guy. But Bill, put it
I've
this way.
got a few people at work.
Well, let me put it this way: Bill Peterson was the coach of the 72-73 Oilers, which is considered one of the worst teams of all time. And he would always get like, I think he would always get his names of his players wrong, and then there's this infamous. There was like he couldn't. The thing was he could always speak before his thoughts could come out. So he's like, so
oh no.
One of the things would be like, all right, stand on your helmets with your sideline under your arm.
Okay, that's just hilarious.
There's if you want to look at your own time, look up a Bill Peterson speech to Bill Peterson locker room speech. And you can see how unmotivated that team is with him as coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raiders all the way. Anyway, moving on. Okay, next. This might have playoff implications, at least for one team. Rams Giants. So
yeah, the Rams. I think the Rams still are like the 7 seed at the moment.
I think so. But yeah, Rams rebuild. Who needs a rebuild?
Fuck them picks.
No, they should still keep that pick to get I don't know. I'm trying to think what they would need. Defensive line?
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, secondary might help. I think
yeah, I was about to say you got Aaron Donald for the moment.
Yeah, good. You're good elsewhere. Giants on the other hand, they are starting Tyrod Taylor. Since the Tommy DeVito experiment is now officially over.
He got his 3 weeks. He was able to put his name on a few brands while he still had some brand name value, and now that's gone.
Yep.
I could see him coming back as a very good backup coordinator.
Oh, I was about as a starting quarterback at least. He has secured himself 5 years of backup quarterback play. There's quite a few.
That this is his rookie season. So
that is true.
And he was not meant to be a rookie this year.
Right, he was undrafted. Out of the Illini.
And before that, Syracuse. Yeah, NFL talent producing college Syracuse.
Hey, they did produce what's his face? Donovan McNabb. He was a Syracuse quarterback.
That's fair.
And
that was 1999.
Yeah. Oh crap! Who was the other? What's his face? The Express. Ah, crap.
Anthony Thomas? No, that's A-Train.
No. 50s running back. Broke all of Jim Brown's records. Or he.
You're asking the wrong person.
Davis.
Ernie Davis. Thank you.
Ernie Davis. Yes, there it is.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he was asking me. I am the right person. I don't know.
Yeah. So, Rams still have a shot at this. Giants, they were eliminated this week. So yeah, Rams winning. Unless you.
Yeah, Rams.
Yeah. Unless Leo.
I like Tyrod Taylor more.
I changed.
I like
my
Tyrod
mind.
Taylor more than most people, but I'm not crazy.
Okay.
I would love to see shenanigans happen and the Bears nearly make it into the playoffs, but no.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did happen.
You've expressly expressed that you don't want to see that happen.
I know. I mean, I would love to see the shenanigans happen. Doesn't mean I want it to happen.
I mean, they did happen in 2020, where they somehow lost to the Jets, giving them their first win in 2020.
Yeah.
So, anything could happen.
It's also a very Bears thing to stumble ass backwards into the playoffs.
All right. Moving on, last 1 o'clock game. Everyone's taking the Rams. 49ers, Commanders. So 49ers got their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And by something purple, and it wasn't good.
Damn it, Barney.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Commanders are now starting Jacoby Brissett because he is clearly the better quarterback over Sam Howell.
Oh yeah, he's shown that the last 2 weeks. Jacoby Brissett has come in and fixed the things that Sam Howell has screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, both times that they weren't quite able to make the comeback all the way, but now this time, maybe if he gets the entire game to start, he might come even closer.
We'll see. I mean, the coin's taking the commies.
Coin's drunk.
I mean, so am I, but what's its excuse?
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, they did have a better record than you, but sorry.
Shush.
That how dare. How dare.
I think it's had at least a better week than I have at one point.
So yeah, we all agree that the 49ers are going to beat the commies. Yes.
Yes, we are disagreeing with the coin.
Definitely. Voice is on mute right now, so he probably.
Okay.
Yes, we're disagreeing with the coin.
Something going.
All right, so
Good.
Yeah. Coin is dumb and silly.
All right. Now the 4 o'clock games. This might be an interesting one. Steelers Seahawks. So
Yes.
So yeah, remember that Mason Rudolph punt I made last week? I was somehow right.
You were somehow right.
Even though I still picked the Bengals to win.
Yeah. Whoops.
Got
to follow your own advice.
Yeah, probably should have. But meanwhile, Seahawks won with Geno. So Drew Lock got to win. Geno got to win. It's all hunky dory.
And George Pickens, if you believe him, silenced all his haters.
Oh my God, yes.
I really should have put him as my loser of the week. Even though he went for 4 catches, 195 yards, and touchdowns, but so it was so dumb. So the week before he did that thing where he just completely whiffed on or decided not to get involved with the play
right
on run blocking. So this week he comes out and has a really good game, which we all knew that George Pickens could do those kinds of games. He's one of the best highlight reel catch receivers in the league.
Exactly.
But that's never been the problem with him. The problem with him is he's a diva and doesn't give a shit on plays that aren't designed for him.
Yep. And
it's
when they're not, and when he doesn't give a shit on plays that don't involve him, it's obvious that the play doesn't involve him, so the other team can just ignore him.
Yeah. It would be like if I was accused of being a bad driver or something. And I would be like, oh, really? Well, I'll show you by showing off my incredible juggling skills. That's not what they're talking about, dude.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yes.
Steelers receivers, not even once.
Yet I'm still picking the Steelers.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Not easily. Seahawks are still a very good team.
Yeah, but I'm committed to the bit. Steelers go Super Bowl.
Steelers go Super Bowl.
I am uncommitting to the bit. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Ooh.
Like
Um,
this Seahawks team is fighting with just as much of a playoff chance as the Steelers do. In fact, I would say they have a little bit better of a chance to make the playoffs because 8-7 can actually get you into the NFC playoffs.
Uh-huh.
So
you know what'd be hilarious?
what?
Because it could still happen. Steelers versus Packers Super Bowl.
I don't think so.
Literally no.
No.
How dare.
It's very possible.
I mean, it's like
Not very. It is technically possible.
yes.
They got a better chance than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in any case, I think you're the lone one taking the Seahawks.
That's fair. That's
All right.
fair.
All right, next. This should have been a matchup of the year, but currently it isn't. Bengals Chiefs.
Those teams suck.
So I don't think the Jake Browning experiment is over. I think the Steelers just woke up.
Yeah, Steelers occasionally have a very good defense.
Mm-hmm. And
Steelers occasionally get saved by high-end talent.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, on the other hand.
Yeah, the Chiefs are falling apart, and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Not it. No amount of Taylor Swift coverage can save them.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing:
Ooh.
I think the Chiefs are gonna, like, this week is gonna be their Chiefs angry, Chiefs smash.
This is their get right game.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, this is a get right game for both teams.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wasn't sure which one I was gonna pick. So I personally on my own flipped a coin.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is actually that both of these teams can be very good.
Right. Jeez. I'm just looking at the current spreads of this one. It is Chiefs -7.
Also, I just came to a realization that we are recording this video before Brandon Perna cursed a team.
Right.
Yes.
And we have,
that's distressing.
yes, we have no idea what the curse is at this current moment. So I don't know. Maybe he destroyed it. Maybe not. But yeah. So any one of the teams that we picked could have been cursed. But this
I'm
Ooh,
gonna
scary.
say the curse goes to the Colts.
Ooh.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see them being in the top 10.
Well, it constantly
Well,
lands on 7.
no, they're not going to be in the top 10 because they just lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, there might be an honorable mention.
Yeah. No, they're going to be in hell.
No, it's probably going to be either the Cowboys or the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I could imagine him cursing the Browns.
Anyway,
All right, but anyway,
the Browns can't be cursed harder than they've already been cursed. But no,
right.
I'm going to take the Bengals because I think that this Chiefs team needs a lot to fix what's going on. Maybe a priest, maybe an exorcism. But there's a lot going wrong with this team, and I could see Jake Browning getting it back together and winning in a relatively close game. But I'm taking the Bengals.
Yep, same. Same. I think the Chiefs are in free fall right now, and this is the Bengals' time to take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, next, final 4:00 game, Chargers Broncos. So here's an
Fun fact about this. Go ahead.
I
think you're about to say the same thing I was.
Probably. Yeah, so Broncos are not starting Russell Wilson. They are sitting him for Jared Stidham.
For money reasons.
For money reasons?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw this on. Let me pull the subreddit back up. Let me see here. According to Ian Rappaport, the Broncos are in fact benching Russell Wilson for the final 2 games, preserving their financial flexibility for the offseason. So what that sounds like is that there are certain incentives that Russell Wilson was probably on pace to hit, and they were just like, nope, not going to do that. We need to preserve. We don't need to
We
be
need
giving him any
money.
more money. We need to preserve this money for cap reasons.
Gotcha. So what the Broncos actually end up making the playoffs? Do they start Jared Stidham, or do they actually, go all in with Russell Wilson again?
I think they would have to at that point.
Mm.
But
yeah,
usually usually incentives are regular season only.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's true.
All right, but in any case, it's a battle of the backup quarterbacks once again. Who do you have more faith in?
You know what?
No,
You know what?
I don't know.
Since the Broncos aren't playing their best quarterback, I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Real, so you're changing your pick.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go Broncos, but since the Broncos aren't playing seriously, heck 'em.
Alrighty.
Think I'm going to take the Broncos because Jared Stidham was the quarterback at the end of the season for the Raiders last year, I believe.
Yep.
And I think in Week 18 he kind of popped off. So Stidham's not the worst quarterback to go with in the world. And I think that this Chargers team is so up a creek right now. There's not a lot that can save them. You couldn't pay me to take the Chargers. I'm taking the Broncos.
All right, and I'm taking the Broncos as well as the coin. And finally, the last, well, not going to get to the last Sunday night game because we're going to have one. Last one that we know of for Sunday night, Packers-Vikings. A game that has...
yeah, because the entire Sunday games can be flexed for Week 18. That's fun.
Yeah. So, game that has playoff implications. And both teams have issues right now. So, the Vikings are starting Nick Mullins. That's already a problem. The Packers are going to be without Jair Alexander. Do you want to know why?
Bad. Yes.
Because apparently, when they went out to do the coin flip, the coin toss with the Panthers, Alexander went out there when he wasn't scheduled to be a captain, and he almost screwed up the coin toss.
How the fuck do you screw up a coin toss?
I think they almost gave it twice to the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
So so that got him into that got him disciplinary. Today at the time of this recording. So So again, a game that has playoff implications, and you do not have your best corner guarding Justin Jefferson.
That's a problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only positive is that some of the wide receivers are getting healthier. Like Luke, what's his face? Luke Musgrave's actually coming
Musgrave.
back. Yes. Yeah, because he's coming back. I think Nixon and Reed should be better. Because they're both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Reed sat out last week, and Nix got knocked out.
Right.
So that's the only upside for this game, is that hopefully the offense can make up for the lack of defense.
Right.
So it's probably going to be a coin flip. I mean, the spread is literally 1.5 in favor of the Vikings.
Right.
So I flipped a coin. I'm going to say it's the Packers. The coin is also taking the Packers.
Taking the Vikings because of sheer, I don't know, pettiness.
I mean, as As a Bears fan, I don't like either of these teams on a base level.
Right.
But I think that the Jair Alexander loss is going to hurt this team more than like the Nick Mullins at quarterback thing, because Mullins has at least a rapport with his receivers. Like they can make those kinds of crazy connections, like the one we saw last week where Justin Jefferson just decided that the other defenders didn't count. Like he went up there and just took it from two dudes. Phrasing. But like that might be my catch of the year right there. And it's crazy because Justin Jefferson had my begrudging catch of the year last year too, I think.
Oh, the
that
one-handed,
fucker.
Yeah, the one-handed catch against the Bills.
Yeah. He needs to stop this. Why is the best receiver in the league like somebody that we have to face twice a year? I hate this.
Did you guys have DJ Moore?
Well, yeah, we do have DJ Moore, and he's great, but he's not the best receiver in the league.
Yeah. So you're taking the Vikings?
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings.
All right. Well, almost done. By this time, we'll be on week 18, and we'll have a clearer playoff picture. And then after that, it's time for the playoffs and, of course, our end-of-the-year lists. I have no idea who's going to win any of it.
Me.
Okay. All right, you're my pick for most improved or comeback player of the year. I don't know.
Ooh.